The July 27th, 2015 meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ansello. Here. Mr. Daniele. Here. Mr. Flagler Mitchell.
Here.
Chairman Howland.
Here.
Mr. John Lightfoot.
Here. Welcome to the Monroe County Planning and Economic Development Committee public hearing to approve and adopt proposed additions to the Monroe County Southwestern Agricultural District Number 2, the Monroe County Northwestern Agricultural District Number 5, and the Monroe County Eastern Agricultural District Number 6. The public hearing is being held to give the public an opportunity to comment on the proposed additions to the district and the recommendations of the Monroe County Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board. I hope you've signed in at the door. If not, please do so before you leave. The July 27th, 2015 public hearing before the Monroe County Planning and Economic Development Committee will now come to order. This public hearing is part of the regular Planning and Economic Development Committee meeting. Article 25AA of the New York State Agriculture and Markets Law allows the county legislature to create agricultural districts. The law then requires the legislator to review each district 8 years after its creation and every 8 years thereafter to see if it's achieving its intended purpose, which is to help conserve and encourage the use of agricultural land for the production of agricultural products. In 2002 and 2003, the New York State Legislature adopted changes to the Agricultural and Markets Law that enables property owners to petition for adding lands to an established agricultural district at a time designated by the county legislature. Previous to this change, property owners wishing to add lands to the agricultural district had to wait until the established 8-year anniversary date to petition the county legislature for action. A public hearing must be held prior to the legislature resolving to add parcels to agricultural districts. The purpose of the public hearing is to give the public an opportunity to comment on the proposed additions. Mr. Clerk?
A mailing regarding this public hearing was sent to supervisors, clerks, and landowners of the affected towns and the Commissioner of Agriculture and Markets on July 17, 2015. Affidavit of publication and posting of hearing notice in the Daily Record and Rochester Business Journal on July 24, 2015 has been received and is on file in the clerk's office.
Following the public hearing, the Planning and Economic Development Committee will take action and make recommendation to the Monroe County Legislature for action at its next meeting, which is scheduled for 6 p.m. on Tuesday, August 11th, 2015. We will now hear public comments regarding the proposed additions to 3 agricultural districts from the audience. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the committee on this subject? Seeing no one, I declare this public hearing closed. As stated previously, the Planning and Economic Development Committee will take action on this matter, and it will come before the full legislature at August 11th, 2015 meeting. Following its adoption, a report and revised district map will be submitted to the New York State Department of Agricultural and Markets. We will now go to our public forum. Is there anyone signed up for the public forum this evening?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up and would like to speak or address the committee at this time? Seeing no one, I'll go ahead for... Please approach.
You can come over. Yep.
Please state your name and address.
Dean Brightly, 555 Redmond Road in Hamlin. I just want to, my son Joe is putting his property in the Ag District at 525 Drake Road. And we have a fairly large farm out in Hamlin, and just want to let you know it's important for us to have that in there for the protection of agri markets. So just wanted to throw that out there. It's important for our business to have that go through the process of being ag district.
Thank you.
Yep, okay.
We'll now move on to the approval of the minutes. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the June 22nd, 2015 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk?
Referral 15-0185.
Moved by legislator Ansel, seconded by legislator Daniele. Is there any discussion? Legislator Daniele.
Feeling energetic today. Through the chair to the administration, since you're here, can you just answer a couple questions for me? One, what is an ag district? And secondly, what is the advantage to the landowner and to the county of Monroe of adding a parcel into the ag district? Obviously, we heard from the gentleman here, his son, protection, agri-markets. Maybe you could help me with that. Thank you.
Hi, through the chair, agricultural districts are created by the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets as a way to protect farmland and businesses that support farmers and their farm. When a property owner adds their land to an ag district, they get certain protections in the form of notice of intent if a state agency or local agency is going to do some sort of project that might impact their land, they get a notice of intent. If local government has to approve a project, a site plan review, subdivision review, and it's within 500 feet of land in ag production in an ag district, then that owner gets notice of that action. Otherwise, they may not. So it enables them to be involved in the process as it's going along. Also, there's some benefit in terms of if there are right to farm law issues, ag and markets will make it ruling if necessary, if it comes to that, where the local town and the farmer and the neighbors can't sort it out. Ag and markets will come in and work with a property owner on an issue like that. We have Bob King from MCC, and Bob, I'll give you opportunity to add anything.
Through the chair, the landowners, owners, operators are afforded certain rights and privileges for keeping their land in an agricultural use. Typically, what's problematic is zoning codes, and oftentimes zoning codes, as well intended as they may be, the interpretation by the code officer may not be consistent with an agricultural use. So typically in agricultural districts, which the county is responsible for maintaining, administering and maintaining, it's not a town maintenance or administration issue, it's a county function to administer it at the local level. So typically the agricultural districts, there's a wealth of opinions that have been issued. It provides consistency for municipalities, provides an more even playing field for anybody that's involved in some type of agricultural use. Building codes, it's not meant to supersede building codes. There are some issues with building codes, especially with we're having a lot of farm distilleries, farm wineries, and farm breweries, part of the governor's effort. Certainly agricultural districts can provide opportunities for tasting rooms to be approved where the local zoning may not. But the building codes are largely remain intact, but the zoning codes, we typically work with the municipalities to work out those variances and oftentimes a lot of municipalities have indicated that as they never intended their code to prohibit or inhibit an agricultural use.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? There being no other matters, the July 27th, 2015 meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee will be on Monday, August 17th, 2015 at 5 p.m.